Do you reckon there's going to be a punch-on?
Between who?
Ryan Crosby and Fernando. Fuck, I don't know how to say his last name. Aguirre? Fuck you.
I don't know.
How many times have you been practicing that word?
It's probably wrong. But
No, that sounds fluent Spanish.
It sounds good. It's just in the confidence. You just got to be confident. Doesn't matter how you say it.
Well, they're all in because I've done one WSL event.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much in the stars. The rule with...
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. The rule with pronouncing a name that you're unsure of is fast and confident.
There you go.
Because 99% of the people are going to go, wow, he really did well. But the 1% is the family members of that person you're talking about just going, what was that?
Yeah.
So you did really well there.
Thank you.
But back to my point, there could be a featherweight UFC title in the works. Fernando, his last name again?
Aguirre.
And Ryan Crosby.
Fruity.
Yeah, that's good.
There's a bit of fruit in that.
You're getting better with age.
Thank you, sir.
Fine wine and cheese. So top dog from ISA, top dog from WSL, currently fucking blowing up at each other. And rightfully so. It does feel like this one is a bit of tit for tat.
Yes.
We put up a little bit of background info on socials this week.
Yeah.
My interpretation is Fernando is sick of looking like the Walmart version of surfing.
Yeah.
Competitive surfing.
Yes.
Ever since I can remember, ever since I went, ISA has always been like, yeah, it's cool. It's like a present you kind of get at Christmas, like it's aftershave or something. It's like, yeah, cool.
Yep.
But it's not the fucking Green Machine or the Xbox 360 with Call of Duty that you're actually after.
No.
WSL has been the Xbox 360.
It's the Walmart version.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think this is a desperate attempt, not desperate, but an attempt to... One of two things is going to happen. He's going to have the best ISA games on record.
Yes.
Or the worst. If there's a boycott, he's in trouble.
It's from Fernando, and I don't even know, I can't remember you said, what we're referring to here is the new Olympic qualification turf war. That's
Probably should have added that in, yes.
So the Olympic qualification turf war that's erupted this week regarding essentially the WSL being stripped of half of their Olympic qualifier spots, and the bulk majority of how they're selecting this thing being done in the 2028 season, ignoring mostly the 2027 season on the WSL. That's what's causing the biggest stir among the athletes. It's a very astute business move from the ISA in that...
Can I stop you there?
What?
What's astute mean?
Good.
Okay, fantastic. I'll write that down.
It's very good in that he's creating an ISA World Games that is going to feature a hell of a lot more depth of talent in it. But what has come with this is the cost of the actual athletes he wants to compete in the games now hating him. So I don't know how well it's going to go, and it may just be a thing that, hey, we blow up about it now, and then we just have to learn to love it, and we have to do it. If that's the only way these guys can qualify for the Olympics, you know that they're going to be there regardless, as much as they're going to sort of bitch and moan about it. They're going to be there.
It's not the only way. It's just they've reduced capacity of the traditional way we're currently operating on.
It will become the only way once those athletes are selected, because once, say, Yago Dora wins, or he's coming first that year, he's in. Gabriel, Italo, Joao, they all go, all right, well, I need to now go here to compete.
It's only way at a certain point of time, which is June, I think.
Yeah. Whenever they select it. The other reason crew are blowing up about this is because I kind of semi-touched on it before, the 2027 season having utmost priority in their selection. They're only really giving them, I think it was 4 to 5 events in that 2028 season. I think they're all in Australia, as it currently, or most of them. It could be up to 4 if Raglan's still there. Not that New Zealand's, it's Australia in that it's close.
I think Raglan will stay, but go ahead.
It's close to home. Technically, or in that Australian region, all these guys are going to have to come out here. They're all going to, the only place they're going to have accrued their results from is sort of the Australasian region. So
good for us.
It's great for Australians, but then you look at that from the Brazilian point of view, they're going to be away from their homes for months. They have to then bank results on Aussie shores. I can see where it's coming from. I can see both sides of the story. And it's actually pointed out to us this week from a couple of people, because we came up pretty strongly on Instagram and said it's dog shit, which I still believe it is. But then it was put into perspective to us by a couple of people in our DMs. I'll just pull one of them up, because there was one that really sort of made a bit of sense, and it was to do with the fact that the Olympic Games weren't always a professional exclusive games.
Right, more working class.
Well, it was more of an amateur way for guys to.
Yeah, but fuck, what year is this? 17 BC or something? Like who?
It's a long time ago.
We're not going backwards, are we?
It was
do we have to run to this Olympics like the first marathon guy who fucking died? Like, is that what? Like, there's some things in history you go, hey, that was kind of shit. Like, let's move away from that. Yeah. Is this one of them?
It was, well, apparently, according to this, strictly amateur and right up until Seoul Olympics.
Yep. Korea.
1988. And the point that was made was all of the sports face a similar cutthroat qualification process.
Okay.
It's not unique to surfing. This isn't just this isn't something that's only going to be in surfing. It's across the board, all the sports. Not necessarily are the best guys going to get in, although I think when you look at more objective sports, that generally happens naturally, because the guy who runs the fastest will beat everyone and he will qualify for the games. Whereas surfing, because there's so many ifs and buts going on,
true,
you may not have that same the cream rising to the top. I think I like the old way though, just because surfing to survive in the Olympics, we kind of have to make it a bit of a pinnacle, a spectacle, and
it has to be enjoyable for the common person outside of surf.
Me and you will sit there and watch it and enjoy it, but like someone who goes to the beach every 3 months on their family vacation isn't going to sit down and watch. Like they might watch it if they've heard of Gabriel Medina or someone like
Slater
that.
or something.
Kelly Slater's not going to be there, but people that they
that caliber, I mean.
Yeah, the superstars of the sport.
Yeah,
that's going to entice them. Whereas if people they've never heard of, and they may be very big in our circles, and there's probably people out there right now going, "Well, stuff them. Like, we don't want them to watch it anyway." Sure, but then like for it to succeed as an Olympic sport, you kind of need eyeballs on it.
Yeah, we're a small dot.
Yeah,
we're a small, drop in the ocean of sports. So if it's not profitable or anyone watching it, it'll get cut.
We need to put our best foot forward, and the best way to do that, which is a roundabout way of saying, sorry, that the ISA president, Fernando, was going, we need to ensure the best athletes are selected, and this process that he's now suggested is the best way of doing that. It's actually not. You just go to the top level tour, and you pick the guys from that.
I think he's trying to move away from that as an ego thing, in my opinion. Like, why are we looking to another body to say who is the best? Yeah. We should be saying they've come through our ranks. Yeah. Here they are to the Olympic Committee. I feel like it's a little bit of a power trip.
It's a power complex, and I think he thinks the ISA is much more of a competitive brand with the WSL than it actually is in reality.
There's no incentive. You don't get any money.
No.
You don't do it. It's cool the first time to surf for your country.
Yeah.
And I like that there's a team aspect to it. See, one of the only times in surfing where you're actually doing something for the collective, not for yourself.
Yes.
Necessarily. But other than that, like, what do you get? A shitty medal that's not an Olympic one?
Yeah.
Like, there's no incentive. It has to be an incentive to spend, like this year it was in Peru. There's a 10 grand trip for 2 weeks.
Yes.
What do you get? Like, yeah, it's cool for the athlete to, like, I've still got my uniform, but, like, would I do it again? Probably not. So, like, I feel like he's just swinging his fucking hands around in the boxing ring right now and seeing what lands on the opponent. And I've got a suspicion that because we've seen the likes of Yago, Philippe, Katie Simmers, Lakey Peterson, Leo Faravanti, Luana, Erin Brooks, Jiao, Tyler Wright, Tia Zabrowski, all those guys and more have said, "Nah, get fucked. This is shit."
Yeah.
Here's my my prediction.
Yeah.
They're all gonna talk in some group chat that we will never get eyes on. It's like the elitist group, and they're all gonna boycott. They're all gonna go, "Don't go, don't go, don't go." And then someone like, fuck, I don't know.
Grucci is going to rock up.
We'll be like, "Okay, not going." And then be like, "Hee."
Sneak in the back door.
And then just go like, "Fuck you, John, suck an egg." And then we're going to have like a board riders equivalent gold medalist.
Yeah.
And all because everyone was like, no one's going. And then as they walk out of the Olympic walkout, whatever the fuck that's called, and then someone's going to go, "Hang on a minute. There's fucking Edgard." And he's just going to be waving, going, "Hello."
It'll be like a full Stephen Bradbury story, like just
Yeah.
fully out of it, and then just out of the clouds emerges
Last
Aussie
minute.
and just enters the event and wins it.
And just say, "Sorry, I didn't know," or something.
I'd be here for it for sure.
I'd do it. Like if we can somehow, we can almost qualify, right?
No,
Yeah, through the ISA side of things.
maybe, but
If we climb the ladder that side,
I think
there's a better chance of us climbing that ladder than there is the WSL ladder.
Sure. Yeah, good point. I'm just looking at it from your initial question, a fight perspective. I put up a picture of both of them. I think Ryan Crosby wins quite easily. Fernando looks a little bit frail.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
Because Fernando, he's been around a while. He knows how to play these games, and he looks like the type of bloke that would just walk out and you'd be like, yeah, like strapping up your knuckles. Then he just pulls out a fucking Glock and just goes, "Here you go."
So you think he's going to bring a gun to a knife fight?
Yeah, it's like that episode. No, it's like that scene out of fucking Fast and Furious. You think this was going to be a street fight? It'd be like that.
Right.
But one thing I do like about this scenario, Finley,
Yes.
it's the first time we've seen some fucking flavour and opinion from
the
the
surfers.
world's best surfers. Usually they're so like, "Oh, I shouldn't talk about that. I might chat to my like manager." It's like, fuck it. Everyone wants to like hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
And there might be a little bit of backlash. No one has the ability to go through life and not share an opinion without some backlash.
Yeah.
We've got a podcast. We know.
Yeah.
It's the first time we're seeing the likes of, Katie Simmers. Probably not. I feel like she's pretty vocal on pipelines for the fucking girls and whatever. But like Yago, Philippe, Zhao, Leo, like they've come out pretty strong. They haven't just been like, "Oh, I don't know about this," like whatever. They've been like, "No, this is shit."
Especially Leo.
Yeah, Leo's going ham.
He's gone hard.
And Tia. And she hasn't even made the tour yet. And she's already gone, "Nah, fuck this."
She's like
it's pretty
16, just blowing up.
16, I think she's 15.
Yeah.
And she's already just double burning, like, "Fuck you, Fernando."
She wants to be there. She's like, I think she will be regardless, but it's cool
But
to see.
she's not at this one. She's going to be at the next 10, right?
Yeah. Well, I can't really see a world where she's not there. Though, in saying that, though, like, it's just cool to see, to repeat your point, them coming out, voicing their opinion and sort of stand up for what they believe in, because I'm, as much as it's been pointed out to us that, yes, the Olympics has traditionally been an amateur sort of games, I think now it's like, for surfing especially, we just need to have the best in the world at these games, and picking them from the world tour is going to achieve that.
One thing I found interesting in the article, though, is they both have a part of the selection process to the Olympics. So they should have equal share, right? Or equal influence.
I think a system of equity works better. I think the WSL probably, because if we're having 50-50 split between ISA and WSL, I don't think that necessarily equates to a fair and equitable way of selecting them. I feel like a better way of doing it, and it's such a you'd need to open up more spots, because you can't have like 1.5 selections from each country, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of got to be 2 and 0 or 1 and 1. Maybe open up an extra spot, open up an extra round, and then you have 2 from the WSL, 1 from ISA, and then everyone's happy. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a way of doing it. Whether or not some nations that run that deep, that you can have 3 competitive people, but the nations that qualify for this thing, you'd have to imagine they've got 3 world-class surfers that can go and compete at these games and put in a performance that could potentially win them a gold medal.
I agree.
I think
Although my point here was more so around the consultation.
right.
So I'll read a quote. This was from the Inertia, and this was from Ryan's camp.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from the horse's mouth himself. We are deeply disappointed in the ISA and their complete lack of consultation throughout this process.
Yes.
They ignored our attempts at reasonable partnership, cancelling meetings and failing to respond to emails while simultaneously pursuing back-channel discussions regarding qualifications. Now, you reckon this motherfucker's not turning up with a Glock to a fucking fist fight?
Yeah.
Or at least a fucking big machete.
Fernando's a little weasel. He's been running around in the sewers just creating deals.
In the sewers.
He is. He's a little weasel by the sounds of, and I mean he's got his ways. I mean, how old is he? He's 69 years old, so he's an operator.
Yeah. I did actually just go through the organisation chart of the ISA, and it's funny enough. What is Sally Fitzgibbon's role in this? She is the vice president.
She is I'm going to join the board, so I get a spot in the games for every year.
Surely not. Surely not.
There's more. There's more on.
She's going to be 95 by the time LA rolls around.
Should be. You'd hope.
Should be
Sally's sake.
Cutting the oranges and Powerades.
Yeah. You'd hope she's retired at that point.
You'd think so. But hey, this is her third lap of re-qualifying and qualifying and falling off and whatever. So
doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon.
Who knows? But yeah, I did look at the org chart. It's pretty weird and sounds like super old blokes trying to not understand an algorithm or some shit. Like, yeah, back to your point. Like, he has been around for a long time, and I feel like he's probably fed up that he just have never had the respect he deserves. So he's just like, fuck yes, going to do it our own way. But that's pretty much, unless you had anything else to mention.
I'm happy to drop Olympics there. I mean, that's our understanding of it. If you have further understanding that we haven't mentioned, flame us in the DMs. Like, it's cool. Like, we're happy to report both sides. Like, we kind of copped a few DMs this week that was like, hey, like, you've made some points there. They're valid, but also, like, consider it from this angle. And
we actually, my bad, I falsified some information.
Yes. Not uncommon on this podcast.
Super common for me. I can't even read. But I think it would have been 3 or 4 episodes ago now, but I feel guilty. I haven't addressed it yet.
So this has been dwelling on you, and you like to come out and confess.
Been staring at the ceiling fan, go around circles.
Go on.
Forgotten his name. Weird Waves. Fuck.
Oh, Dylan Graves.
Dylan Graves is not sponsored by Kia. He was on that other dude's surfboard who was sponsored by Kia.
Right. There you go. False reporting. Sorry for anyone that.
And like I'll have to get the name and find out who actually DM'd us that and said, hey, look, just letting you know that's a borrowed board. When I went back and rewatched the video, it makes perfect sense that it's a borrowed board. That was the crux of the story, and here I am just like, what? You were fucking sponsored by Kia? That's sick. I'm putting that in the podcast.
I feel like as well, we like kind of moved on, and you brought us back. You were so keen to talk about that.
Thinking that someone got sponsored by Kia in surf, which they actually did, just the wrong person. So I guess the foundations of my story is still kind of relevant. Just not Kia in surfing, but wrong surfer.
Sure.
Sorry, Dylan Graves. Sorry to the other bloke that no one knows your name.
You've
got the best sponsor in the world.
Yeah.
Any hoozle. What do we got next? We want to jump into Gold Coast Open?
Sure.
Or should we go Usher Cup? I've got a few things
Let's
to go.
Let's go Usher Cup first, because that's been in the background. For those that aren't aware, a couple of weeks ago, there was it's the Usher Cup is now called the World Club Challenge, I believe.
Championships.
World Club Championships. So by that name, by that logic, this is the biggest board riders club in the world.
I think so, yeah.
So pretty huge scenes.
It feels like it.
Pretty huge scenes at Snapper. Teams from Japan, teams from the United States, Hawaii, Peru.
Portugal,
definitely Portugal. Maybe not Peru. I might have made that up. New Zealand. Sorry if we've forgotten anyone. Basically, come with four surfers.
Four
surfers.
Junior, women or girl, senior, open.
Bring your best team. Surf, pump and snapper rocks.
Fuck, it was cooking.
It seems to every year. And at the end of the event, the best team will be left standing. Fortunately, it wasn't Liba. We'll get to that.
The wounds have healed.
They've healed.
They've healed.
But it was really good to watch. You were up there.
I was up there on the Sunday finals day.
Yep.
I was in Melbourne the week before and had to spend Saturday at home. Great event. Huge. Like it feels elevated. Like it feels like the main WSL comp. It's the same site and size, like the footprint wise.
Yeah.
I will say though, there was some questionable things going down. It was
yes.
There was rule changes on day 3. Like,
can I just say,
you can't do that.
They weren't rule changes in that the rules were changed, which is
I think they're finding out the rules as we go.
Stupid to say. The issue, because I was watching the broadcast, so I kind of had all the information that maybe the clubs didn't have. And Stace Galbraith, great man, great bloke.
Fucking fantastic reporter.
Really, really good Oceanside reporter at these events. He absolutely nails it. Gets the best interviews out of crew. Has a really good rapport with a lot of the athletes, which shows. Sort of Burleigh too, who's nailing the post-heat interviews and all that. But I recall one particular moment, and I'm sorry if this wasn't you, Stace, but I believe it was. Sat in the booth with the lads, and they were like, "It's coming down to the end of the heat," and it was. Basically, at the end of the heat, you have to have all of your servers on the shore in order to secure bonus points for your team.
You get 3.
You get 3 bonus points.
But if you don't have all of them on the shore, you don't lose 3. You just don't get 3, which, sorry to jump in, it's kind of fucking weird.
Correct, yes. So these 3 bonus points are across 4 surfers. 3 points is a hell of a lot. So you want to make sure you have them at the end of the heat. There's one moment, and I believe it was it might not have even been a Snapper Rocks heat, but it was a heat, and Stace was in the booth, and they go, "Oh crap, like they're not gonna get in," and Stace is like, "Well, there's a bit of a cheat code, lads, and I'm not gonna tell you right here, but you can go and talk to Bugs about it. He's got the code there, or the rule that you can tap into."
Was it Vorno?
Might have been.
I heard Vorno saying
similar things.
Same
Potentially it was. Sorry, Stace, it wasn't you. But back to my point. They were saying that basically they were gatekeeping the rules to an extent. Snapper were gatekeeping these rules from the rest of the clubs. Certain people knew that were in the know. I just don't necessarily agree with that. I'm happy for you to have the rule. The rule was, mind you, if you think you're not going to get your surfer in, you just send another surfer out to touch the water, run in, and then that cancels out the surfer that's still in the water. That's the rule, and then you get your 3 bonus points.
Makes heaps of sense.
Yeah. Don't love the rule regardless, but if you're going to have the rule, you've got to make it very apparent to everyone that's in the event. You can't be gatekeeping rules. I'm not saying Stace was gatekeeping the rule. It was more to do with like Bugs maybe not elaborating, going like, "Hey, like this is going to play a huge factor in this event because on high tide that's a 2-minute paddle in, or it's a 1.5 minute paddle in. Your team's probably not going to make it in. So I'm going to tell all the teams right now, put your hands up. And you send your surfer out, run in, it's done, you get your 3 points." The fact that wasn't communicated effectively.
This dispute was on day 3 too.
Yeah. Well, the moment where it came into its own was on day 3. There were a couple of scenarios earlier where this rule could have helped teams out, and it didn't because they didn't know it. What we're alluding to here, though, is day 3, Snapper Rocks is in a heat with San Clemente and
Byron Border Riders
and someone else. Came down to it, Snapper were sitting in third or whatever. They come in, get the bonus points or whatever. However it happened, Snapper ended up getting bonus points, which were enough to put them into second place. And they progressed through the heat.
Sierra was out there.
Yes, you talk us through because you were there.
Sierra was out there, realised she was running out of time, so she just whacked her hands up in the lineup. Josh proceeds to paddle out as the last surfer.
Yes.
And then they come in together.
Yeah. Right.
So, she stayed out in the lineup and he came in, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Awarded 3 points like everyone else. Everyone else was on the beach though. So there was still technically someone out there.
Yes.
So
I feel like you got to have all feet on the sand, right?
Well, that's what everyone was thinking. There must have been a language barrier. I don't speak English clearly.
Yeah.
So that's what actually triggered the resurf.
The point is, San Clemente weren't happy. They managed to appeal this decision. They got a resurf. And
that took time, though.
Yeah.
That took a good hour and a half.
Yes.
Of them standing on the steps being like, yous have fucked up.
Yeah.
And then to assist their statement, everyone else went up and said, yeah, that was fucked.
Yeah.
So there was people instantly on San Clemente's side saying, this has nothing to do with us, but we're going to stand in solidarity with them because that doesn't make any sense.
It's crazy.
And I think it's because the host club,
Yeah.
everyone's going to always be a bit biased.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Well,
that
sorry,
Snapper,
they're going to be looking for that bias.
Yeah. Snapper becomes the enemy on their
Instantly,
home.
just because
on
they're
their
the
home
host.
turf.
Yep. So I definitely didn't envy being Jay Phillips or Bugs in that scenario. I reckon they would have had some finger pointed at him.
Yeah.
So that warranted a resurf.
The right people won in the end.
San Clemente actually waxed them.
Yeah.
Which was interesting because Shelley went out and got like a 9 straight away.
It felt like your typical Snapper Rocks heat where Sheldon paddles out first, goes behind the rock, gets a hell one, and then everyone just flows on from there. And I was watching it going, oh, well, this is going to just be the same result as we had before. This is a waste of time. And then San Clemente just clutched up and did what they did. And
I think it was Kira Pinkerton that really fucking got the brownie points in that one. Then Paddy Good went out. Kalohe. They had a pretty stacked team. Anyway, they made it. And then we have our time in the spotlight.
Let's get to that now.
So, interesting one for us.
We being Lebar Board
We
Riders.
being Lebar Board
Zach
Riders.
being the president of such Board Riders Club.
Yes. Spirits were very high.
Yeah.
So semi-final, heat number 1 we were in, and it was the harder semi-final.
It was very difficult. And can I just say, though, it felt like the run was starting to happen that was going to result in a Lebar victory because
we were organising maxi taxis back.
We were peaking at the right time. Few slow early heats, scraped through a couple of them.
We were doing the Cal Robson.
Yeah.
Just fly under the radar for a bit and fucking mic drop. We're here, boys and girls.
And it felt like, it was going to be the heat. I'll let you take over because we got out to a pretty commanding lead.
I don't think we had a wave under a 6.5.
Yeah.
In a teams event, like anything over a 5, it's all law of averages, if you ask me.
Yeah.
We were ahead by about 4 points, which doesn't sound like much, but in surf terms,
it's a hell of a lot.
To better 4 points is a very hard thing to do.
Yeah. And can I just add there, especially when your team has already achieved, it was like 28 points you're on. It's okay to better 4 points if you're on 15 points because you just send someone out and like instead of a 3 they now have a 5 and you're like beautiful. When everyone has 28, if we were on 28 points, so that's
I think we were 30 or something.
It was stupid. It was really high. It was our best heat total of the event. And to better that, you almost, in hindsight, were better off just standing on the beach because it's probably not going to happen. I'll hand it over to you.
We didn't stand on the beach. We did the only statistical way to lose.
Yeah.
Which was a priority interference.
Yeah.
Which is a whole deletion.
It is.
Is that a word? Not sure. We'll run it anyway. It's getting late.
With that.
We lost our whole score, which was
a big score.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Sonny had second priority, had a sniff at a wave to sell first priority.
Yes.
That was deemed a good enough sniff that you actually lose second priority.
Right.
So you can lose. It's not all about first priority. I learned this because I dropped in on Kai's King once at a pro junior at Cronulla.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Anyway. So he actually slid down the ladder again. Didn't see that change.
Yeah.
He assumed he's actually going up in priority.
Yeah.
Lobby catches a wave on his inside. Sonny goes, well, that wave literally just happened. Like first priority just went.
Yeah.
So I got first priority.
Yeah.
Didn't check the board. It actually all shifted down one. Lobby jumped over Sonny. So Lobby has taken that wave. Sonny thinking, I've got the right of way of this wave.
Yeah.
They both stand up. And there was some hands raised. There was some confusion. And I was like, oh, sweet. Like, they just fucked up.
Yeah.
I turn around, look at the board, and see our priority sequence and went, oh, God. It's plain black and white. We're not in priority.
Yeah.
And I think it was the fact that Lobby even like put his hands up and was like, what the fuck? Tells me and everyone else that like if he saw it, then it must have been like not a glitch or something.
No, he knew. He
knew. He played the game.
Yeah.
And we got burned and we went from first to last.
Important to put in there though, without Sonny in the team, we aren't even in the quarterfinals, I don't believe. I think we might have lost 2 heats early because he went out and got pretty well an 8 under pressure when he needed.
And we needed the 8.
We needed a mid 7 or something, and he got an 8 or a high 7.
Yep.
So
it was all like, look, definitely not a story to say to bag Sonny.
No.
Sonny carried us to that scenario and then just misunderstood the situation that was at hand and thought he had priority. It was an honest mistake, but
he was over it, like, because I chatted to him in the water and I was like, oh, like, can happen to anyone. Like I've had an interference in a team event before. It wasn't the World Club Challenge or Championship, but it was a team event, and you feel like poo.
Yeah, but no, everyone saw his face and his reaction, and everyone went, "There's no point in like being like, oh, you fucking blew it," because like the damage was done.
He knows.
But
he said, he was like, look, if I dwelled on that any longer than an afternoon or 2 afternoons, like I've got bigger problems, and I think that's a good way to be. And he was spewing because he loves doing these teams events. He takes his grommies with him, and they love it too. And he was like, I think it's like might be my last one. I'm like, mate, there's not your last one. More. There's plenty more coming where that came from. So he's just such a. For those who don't know, Sonny Russell used to basically do the QS when he was younger. Really good surfer. Absolute pain in the ass to verse in a heat. I hate being in a heat with him because he ruins my day. I've told him that. But he's, for a teams event, he's pretty well as good of a master or a.
Mate, it's a solid 5 and above every time.
And he's good in
perfect
every condition. It can be 1 foot and he'll get you 5. It can be 6 foot barreling and he'll get you. Well, he'll probably get more than a 5 if that's the case because he's a unit at like place like Kira and stuff. But yeah, he'll be plenty more where he came from, where that came from. But we snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
We did. But one more rule change as this was all happening, and it was like, because I thought they were going to call the interference, but they had called out a rule change again in between this. You must start on the beach because DY board riders were paddling out at Lovers or something. And I was going, what is going on here? There's been 3 rule changes. There's been a resurf, 2 rule changes, someone paddling out at Lovers.
Yeah.
You got to come in, and I was just like, mate, the wheels are falling off here.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it felt like a pretty fun comp.
And the eventual winner, Torquay board riders, I don't think it mattered who made what heat. No one else was winning on that day.
No.
The performance they put in,
that would have been hard for us to beat.
They had a 9.5 on the first wave. The second wave was a 9.4. And then the third wave, Ellie Harrison got like an 8.6 or something. And then I think their fourth surfer, was it Willis? I think it was 7.
That was Willis just coming to age in front of a world stage for me. I had so many crew being like, who's the Billabong kid? Yeah. I was like, that's fucking Willie D.
He beat me at that event, like, I don't know, 5 years ago. He would have been, how old is he?
He's 19.
He would have been like 14. I was way older than him. And he fully waxed me. It used to be not just a teams event, it used to be an individuals.
Yeah.
I think I had Dane and him in my heat, and they both just cooked me.
Yeah, fair.
But, they're prodigies. We can. I can sleep well at night.
Yeah, like I said, Willie D's just come out of his shell and he's fucking on fire at the moment.
Yeah, good to see.
But Lobby, sorry, I just wanted to go back to Lobby.
Yes.
So Lobby, this is how fucking nice Lobby is. He messaged Sonny, DM'd him. I don't believe they know each other too well.
No, they don't. And he had to follow him because he couldn't message him because he's like private or whatever.
Oh yeah, had to request it.
Yeah, so
had to request it. Sit there and stew while it was just ... loading.
Yeah.
He messaged him, and it was, I could probably bring it up, but I know the crux of it. And it was pretty well Lobby saying, hey, look, man, no hard feelings. I'm really sorry that happened.
Yeah.
Like,
I
didn't mean to force that upon you or anything like that. He has to be the nicest person in surfing.
He's a great fellow, Lobby. He's a good bloke.
Not one bad bone in him.
No, he's a legend.
And a great throw at the moment. Really good throw.
Yeah, and looking good, hopefully to be on the tour next year. So Sonny was like, I was having this conversation with Sonny out in the point afterwards, and he was like, he is the best bloke. And there's no hard feelings at all from Sonny there. So
it's an absolute weapon.
It's great. But yeah, good on you, Lobby, for that. Let's get into some QS events.
Yes, Gold Coast Open.
Can we just pivot from there slightly first because there's a lot to unpack there.
My ass hurts, eh? These seats fucking suck.
These seats aren't it.
Wow. It's like on a plane. You know, when you sit on a plane for 8 hours, like I've got no butt. Like I don't have a fruity butt. You know, I'm not, in a not weird way, but like I don't have much meat on the bone in that department. And I just fucking get uncomfortable. I'm getting the same feeling. Imagine, I feel like we're on an 8-hour flight somewhere, but I'm just going to walk out and we're still at home. It's worse.
They're not amazing. We do need to probably invest a bit more heavily in chairs, but I mean, everyone out there's been looking at the WSL Pro Junior that's currently happening in Barbados.
Yep.
Because that's what we do. We're really onto it. But if you had been doing that, you would notice in Heat 3.
Oh, this is fucking unreal.
A name that I've never seen the likes of in a WSL event before. Now, in the past, we've had James Taipan Wood. We've had Coconut Willie, I've seen, which I don't know if that's his real name. Is that his real name?
Sure.
Don't know. I've seen the name. This takes the cake quite easily for me.
We're DMing this kid.
Oh, no, like, he's well known, and you may not be across this. He's out of the San Clemente Storm, not for his surfing talent. What he lacks in talent in the water, he makes up for in just overall encouragement and just being there for the team. Loves comps, loves hanging out with Kolohe, loves all the boys. Think they all love him. I'm not sure. Might have to check that. But his name is on Instagram, Big 20 Hammer. That's his name. He's amassed quite a big following from that. He makes videos. He's basically just the cheerleader of the San Clemente Storm. He's entered this Pro Junior. Now, important to reference how important the 20 is in Big 20 Hammer, because Big Hammer has found...
First name Big, last name Hammer.
That's the name. He's found himself in Heat 3 of Round 1 in the Pro Junior in Barbados. Hasn't progressed.
Big Hammer.
Big Hammer.
Big Hammer does a big hammer. Is that his porn star name, Big Hammer?
That's kind of what I'm alluding to.
That's a really good porn star name.
The 20 is vital. I think his name is Big 20, and then he's like the Hammer. That's why he's like Big 20 Hammer.
So, continue.
No. What did you have to say?
Is it free reign now? Are we good to go? Like,
well, maybe.
Fucking 4 boys or something? Like, what are we doing?
Don't know if that'll make it across the line, but if
Big Hammer.
If Big Hammer's made it across the line, then I can't see much getting shut down.
I'm going in as Sigourney Weaver.
Sure. Okay. But yeah, I think maybe just include the number. Maybe there's not a setting on the WSL's like website infrastructure that will allow you to include numbers in the name. But I think for his name particularly, it's important that the 20 remains in there.
Yeah.
Because people can start...
Well, you can identify as a frog nowadays, so I guess you can't really say no to these things, can you? Like
Big Hammer.
Big Hammer.
I'm pretty sure his name's Jake Griffin. That's his real name.
Yeah. I genuinely thought his parents were like, no, this is...
No, his name's not Big Hammer. It's like, he's done it.
So okay. It's free for all.
I just thought I'd point that one out because I've never seen the likes of that name.
Well,
that caliber of name in it.
Never seen the likes of them relaxing their rules on that. Yeah. That's pretty strange.
Anyway, let's move on from the QS, the pro, not even the QS, the Pro Junior in Barbados.
Yeah.
To some more close to home surfing. Burleigh Pro wrapped up on the weekend. You were there. You were in the booth, just sneaking in words where possible.
Yeah, that was fun.
Done. You got it done early, which was good. It was actually nice that I only had to look through I only had to look through 2 heats to find the words because you did it within 2 heats. The waves didn't show up, but
oh god, it was horrible.
The surfing was there though, right?
Well, so Sunday was when I was on the webcast. It was cooking. Well, I wouldn't say cooking, but
it was
highly contestable.
3 out of 10 Burleigh, but contestable Burleigh.
I'd push a 4.5.
Okay.
As it kind of pulsed through like mid-morning.
It was fun. It looked fun.
But if you were there before the webcast started, you would have seen unsurfable conditions.
Yes.
There was fin boxes being blasted out. There was many fins being, grated over the rocks. It had to go on hold, even though that was not in its ability to do so. That compromised the format of the heat structures.
Yeah, that's to go to 4-man heats.
In my opinion, was a good thing.
Yeah.
I think 4-man heats are a thing to stay.
Yeah.
I really enjoy them. There's probably locations where it won't work, like a little beachy, like Narrabeen or something, might be a bit hard, where the takeoff spot's super condensed. But like somewhere like J Bay or, I don't know, somewhere like a long Point Break, sure, more the merrier if you ask me.
It's a place where, like Burleigh, where waves are going unridden that are scores. And Bronson Matey showed that a lot, taking waves that people didn't want and turning them into 7+ rides.
Yep.
It's good to see.
It was so bad on Friday that there was a gentleman snorkeling in the contest area. Like, it was deemed unsurfable. It was so small and the water was so blue and clear that he just went, flippers on, I'm out there.
Yeah.
Like, just diving around. That's what we'll face with.
Right.
So yeah, definitely challenging and my heart goes out to all the crew that didn't make it past, the first couple of days, because that is not a representation of your surfing.
No.
I spoke to a few crew that lost and I just said, hey, look, don't go home and debrief this one. There's no point.
No.
Like, I know, like, someone has to win and there's little tactics and whatnot, but fuck, like, you can only carve out so much when it's like that.
I'll just read out, obviously in the heats, red jersey is the top seed.
Yep.
And blue jersey is the second seed. So in these events, the highest ranked surfers or the best surfers get seeded into the round of 64 for this particular event. So this is where you find all your Challenger Series guys, your tour surfers if they enter. Just run through I'll go just red jerseys, and then any notable blue jerseys. But heat 1, Oscar Berry, 3rd place, knocked out. Heat 5, Xavier Huxtable, 4th place, red jersey. Heat 7, Billy Stanman, red jersey, 3rd, knocked out.
And he's a small lad.
Yeah. Here's one. Heat 9, Rio Waida, 4th place, 3.2 heat total.
And he is one of the smallest agile surfers in the whole draw.
Yep. Heat 10, Tully Wiley, straight off the Changers, 4th place. Again, blue jersey, top seed. Heat 11, 3rd place, Morgan Siblick, red jersey. 4th place, Dylan Wilcoxon, blue jersey. Mike McDonough lost in Heat 12. Like, the list goes on. Kais King, Heat 14. Reef Hazelwood, Heat 15. Ben Lawrenson, Heat 16.
Yeah,
all blue jerseys and red jerseys. Like,
yeah, it was tough.
That's you on any given day of competition. You do not lose that many red and blue jerseys. There's usually majority are making it through heats. So
yeah, although the ones that did make it through the heats were rewarded on Sunday. It was very fun waves. Yeah. Burleigh Point definitely turning on, which is good because no one really remembers the middle. They usually tend to remember the last day of competition. So yeah, good job for that'll be good for the WSL and highlight reels and whatnot. So but I just wanted to touch on that. Like, well done to WSL and Surfing Queensland, because that felt like a really big QS 4000.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that Phillip Island this weekend will be 3 tents on the beach. No webcast, nothing.
Yeah.
You can't even probably get like a little coffee.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little chaos there at Woolies. But like, that's what we really need to see a lot more of is QS 4000s. Like, it's not a Changer, but it's not a 1000. It's kind of, I don't know, halfway up the pack or the ladder you'd call it.
Absolutely.
It felt like a small CT.
Yeah. Like,
there was tents and activations. So there was 2 bars. There was a Fizz bar, Traveller bar. Then you got the Burleigh Pav. There was maybe 3 or 4 food vendors.
Yeah.
Event scaffolding. Like, it just felt elevated. So good on those guys for investing and providing that feel for the surfers, which has been lost.
Yeah.
So yeah, big thanks to WSL and Surfing Queensland. But yeah, obviously Dane Henry, Isle Hubbards taking back-to-back wins. This is a bit of a quinky dink.
Yeah.
Both hot off the press of ISA World WSL World Juniors. Getting all confused now. Equal results for both of them.
Yeah. They just don't want to lose heats at the moment. They just seem to not be able to lose. I think this was really an event, especially on the ladies' side of things, where you just really saw class prevail. You end up with Isla Hupperts in first place, Miller Coco Brown in second place. Minami Nanoka and Ruby Berry filling out the 3rd and 4th places,
Mhm.
but it really was those two girls right from the start. Even with Steph Gilmore in the draw, you
Mhm.
just never really looked past those two. Miller, shout out, warming up on the half pipe before her semi-final and possibly final.
Bamboozled at this one.
Yeah, and
I was frothing at having. She skates so fucking good, but
Yeah.
barefoot in
Barefoot.
her rashi, clothed to go in the ocean, not even her skateboard.
Yeah.
Like, that's a truck setup that's different. Like, it could be stiff or soft trucks. Like, so much could go wrong. Imagine, like, skating barefoot just reeks of, like, ripping a toenail off.
Yeah.
And then you're just out there and it's just burning and stinging.
I went to the HPC one time, and found a way. They have the big ramp. You roll in, and then you come off a big sort of lip onto some inflated air mattresses, like these huge inflated airbags.
Mhm.
I was kind of scared to do it. Rolled down, sort of half tried to stop because I like hesitated, and then fell off the side in between the ramp and the airbag and landed on the ground. So that's kind of my proficiency in skating. To watch her doing this barefoot in a rashi before a heat, I was like, okay, it's brave, but I back it. It's probably a really good warm up to go and surf.
There was.
And she killed it.
No helmet.
No helmet either. Yeah,
And like a considerable sized half pipe, like not big, but like
wasn't small
enough for most humans on Earth to be like, I'm not going to drop into that.
Yeah, absolutely. Really close in the end. I just thought Isla was never really going to lose, and it would seem to be the fact that she was taking off on waves that weren't that good, but her turns were just so much bigger than everyone else's in the draw. And it just seemed like she could do anything. Like, she could take off on a wave, and it didn't matter what the wave looked like, she could get a 7. And if you had 2 7s or if a 5 and a 7 or something, it was going to get you through heats.
For sure.
Burleigh. She was killing it.
Definitely considerable spray going out the back, it felt like for me. It was, when it's a bit, like, although finals day was fun, it was still 2 foot.
Yeah.
So that means some people were left with 1 footers.
Yeah.
The way priority works for in heat.
Yeah.
She was really capitalizing on wave choice.
Yeah.
But also just going a little bit more vertical on the waves that allowed her to do so. And then people were picking up the scraps, and it kind of means they have to go horizontal.
Yeah.
So really capitalized and doubled down on, I'm on the best waves and I'm going to do the best turns.
Yeah. And she's a surfer similar to Bronson, who we'll get to, and Dane, who can make a score in a tight heat out of a wave that no other surfers in the draw can, and that's taking off on a bigger wave that has some size to it, that has a closeout section that she knows she can jam it as hard as she can, and it's going to be a 6 for 1 turn.
Yeah.
And not many girls have that in this draw. So bit of a cheat code there for her, but she used it right to her advantage all the way through the event. We'll get to the men's. There was some bloody great surfing, especially on finals day, particularly from our guys, Leno, Bronson, and Dane Henry. Basically, they were the guys that was kind of looking up through this draw, going, one of these guys is going to take the thing out. I also want to make a note of Ocean Lancaster, who I believe is 16.
Danny Wills?
He's mini Danny Wills. I heard you call on the mic. I kind of feel like he's got a bit of Morgan in him too. He is so young, and he's made it all the way through to, I believe, the semi-finals. Didn't have the best semi-final heat, but he looked like a standout too.
Yeah.
Someone that hasn't done many QS events. So he's announced himself nice and early. He's going to be battling with these guys for next year's, and as he gets older, he's only going to get better.
For sure.
But, and I got to touch on the mud too. Jacko Baker, I didn't mention him before. Really impressive him in these waves, having the motivation to go out. There was a couple of heats where you won't call it luck because it's a strategy, but he came up with the goods at the end of the heat, was getting 8s and 7s and 8s on his final wave of the heat, which the wave comes, the opportunity comes, you execute, you got to do all that. But his strategy was very much like, I can't do the stuff these other guys are doing. These waves suck. Like, I'm just going to sit here and wait, and hopefully a wave comes that I can unleash. And he did that, did it all the way to the final. Didn't help him so much in the final, though, because of some of the surfing that the other guys were doing, which I think even Jacko will admit, probably not in his repertoire of maneuvers, especially one in particular. But yeah, really cool to see Jacko just get down and dirty this week and punch it all the way to the final.
I think he's just really good at composure.
Yes.
He's just going to stare at the horizon, and it felt like to me that he would just stare and pull the trigger only if needed.
Yeah.
He will happily just let the clock run out.
He'll
then go, oh, I'm going to try and just like throw a full rope to the flats.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he gives up. I'm saying he's like, he knows what he's looking for.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was a semi-final, maybe even the quarter, maybe it was a semi, needing a score, and it was only within a minute.
Yeah.
And just dropped 2 hammers.
It was his semi-final. Knocked Joel Vaughan out.
Yep. He did the opposite of Joel, because Joel, to get in that heat, did the same thing in his quarter.
Yeah.
He milked one all the way to the beach, from the point to the beach, and got the score. So yeah, I was really impressed with Mud, and he was so funny. Like you were saying, he's like, I know what these guys can do, but I know what I can do.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna get this wave, I'm gonna fucking show them.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'll be doing.
100%.
And got the spray machine working. He knows that fucking machine real well.
Yeah.
But yes, as alluded to, in the final, there's only so much you can do on the wave until someone goes, I'm going to go above the wave.
Yeah.
Now, when we saw Bronson's semi-final, as well as Dane Henry's semi-final, it's pretty safe to say that those lads had a bit of tit for tat, like, I'll show you who's better at the fucking air.
Yeah.
Instantly, well, not instantly, within 5, I think it was 9 minutes?
It was.
Of a 30-minute final?
It was
It was 21 minutes in.
It was early days.
Sorry, it was, only 9 minutes into the heat.
Yeah.
21 minutes left. That Dane Henry pulled the trigger and did his synonymous, I'll call it, backflip.
Yeah.
And stomped it.
Yeah.
In competition.
Are we running with the backflip call still?
I was saying this on the webcast, like, it's kind of just like a corked out.
Cork flip.
Yeah. It's like an underflip maybe.
Yeah.
But it was as close as...
It's close you're going to get in 1 foot Burleigh to a backflip.
Yeah.
Nonetheless,
9.5.
9.65. And I think you're going to go into this. The hell do you have to do to get a 10 this year in 2026?
Yeah, I've got an answer for that. And I think once a surfer has those big moves on lock, and this would be like his 4th one in competition.
Yeah.
Naturally, they're going to scale down.
Yeah.
Because the wow factor is lost each time. It's unfair because it's a backflip, or a corked out flip, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But because it's the same athlete doing it, it's going to get washed. And then all it does is it sets a new bar.
Yeah.
Which is hard for that surfer to go again. And the unfair or unjust part of it is, if someone else was to do the same, it's like, oh, wow, I haven't seen them do something before. You see this at board riders judging all the time. Like, you'll be versing someone that clearly doesn't surf better than you, but they'll surf incredibly good for the day.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, I haven't seen Johnny surf like that. And like, there's a little bit of bias, like, oh, yeah, buff that from a 5 to a 6.
Yeah.
It's the opposite in this scenario.
Yeah.
We are used to seeing, I wouldn't say used to.
You're compared against your own ability.
You're versing yourself.
Yeah.
And you're dubbed down because of your future abilities, or your perceived future ability. Oh, if he did a backflip, what if he does that again with a snap? We have to go a 10.
Yeah.
Because the snap's worth 0.5. So I feel like, you start to run into self-created issues. Seen it before with Italo and Medina and the likes of, where they're doing like 2 punts on one wave.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, well, those 2 punts individually would be a 5. 5 plus 5 is 10.
Yes.
Turns out it's a 9.
Yeah.
It's like, well, so that's what I think is happening there.
They're being they are being stingy because Challenger Series at Pipe, George Pittar, in my opinion, clearly a 10.
Yes.
Not given a 10.
Yep.
This event, Bronson Matey, 2 turns on a big wave into a really solid air reverse, 9.5. I would have been more than happy for that to go to a 10 for the day.
I agree.
No one did anything close to that. And it's okay to give 2 10s.
in one day. For 2 different people in 2 different heats.
Yeah. The amount of
100%.
time that someone does something, you'll hold the scale back there because, and it happens a lot in the first heat of the day at events, like they'll go, oh, we'll give that an 8. And then suddenly the wind goes on short and no one does anything remotely similar. But especially here, like, I don't know, you hold back on the 10. I get that. And I kind of like the idea of 10s being that mythical that you really have to just break the scale wide open to achieve one. But the surfing that Bronson did on that wave, similar to Dane in the final, I feel like they could have gone 10 with that too. Just the magnitude of that maneuver. Didn't see anything like it all day. We weren't going to, let's be honest. Bronson potentially could have gone bigger, but like, hey, they can both have 10s. Bronson's 10 can be better than Dane's 10, but on the scale of the surfing for that day, Dane deserved the 10, I felt. Same with Bronson. I felt he deserved the 10. Same with George. I felt he deserved the 10. And
just to clarify, George in a different event.
George is a different event. But I remember a few years ago at J-Bay, might have been like 2017 or something, they were handing 10s out like candy, and it went the other way, and you're like, we got to really...
Cloud break tropes are pretty similar too.
Yeah, we got to rein these 10s back because these waves are that good. Everyone's getting to the end of their wave, and we have no option now but to give them a 10 because we gave him a 10. I can see that logic, but this surfing was so clearly better than everything else that had happened on the day, and you could infer from that probably nothing better was going to happen. It's kind of sort of semantics at the end, like it doesn't matter because the right person won, but like it's cool to have 10s, you know? Like let's throw some 10s where we're worthy.
I think so. Yeah. And then that gives a clear goal.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you want to get the best? Go do that.
Because like the difference between a 9, like a 5 and a 6 isn't that great. But the difference between a 9, 6, 7 and a 10, you've got to like
choose.
It's like it's almost double. You got to go again. So,
and then I guess I doubt anyone's doing this. I don't think anyone's going into the judges and going, because usually if you got a 9.5, you're pretty winning most heats.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be going in and judging and go, hey guys, just wondering like, what do I need to do to get a 10? So it kind of leaves everyone wondering like, well, what did he need to do?
Yeah.
To get that 10?
Yeah.
Like, was it even a thought? Like, are they even, like you said, are they even handing out 10s today? Or are they just like, we're finished?
Yeah, we're done. We're done with that 10.
Today.
Needless to say, though, Dane Henry, Bronson Meady went first and second in the final. Dane,
and it was, I think Dane had two 9s.
Dane had a 9.65 and a 7.75.
Yeah.
Bronson had a 7.5, and you never really felt like Bronson was out of it at any point.
Well, he did attempt the same trick as Dane.
Yeah.
I was thinking when I watched the replay, like the projection of it could have been even more impactful.
Yeah.
But to get the spin and the grab aligned in timing is quite difficult.
Yeah.
Hence it's fucking difficult to do. And he just missed by a millisecond of that, getting that grab. I feel like if he got that grab, everything was on.
I think
and there's your win.
Yeah. I think with Bronson, as soon as he has set up right and he's got that initial part of the air done, you know he's landing 10 out of 10 because he does not fall from that point. It's just he greases everything. So
you commonly see him, not commonly, but like it's not uncommon to see him land detached from the surfboard and just closes his eyes and just fucking Jedi masters his way back onto it, and then he'll stand up and be like, that was cool.
Reaches up and pushes him back to his feet. Like, he's
a freak of nature in that sense. So, it was, and Dane said that in the final, like, it never really came to the point where he thought this is all wrapped up, knowing that Bronson, if he gets a wave in a section, is one of the only people that was going to challenge that and go for it. So,
and Jacko had a mid-7, but he would have needed well over I think he might have been in combo to win with that score, you know. So he was.
Yep.
He was in combo to win with that score. So even with that really positive score, you'd be happy with most heats. It wasn't going to help him. Might have got him in the second or something if he blew up, but it doesn't matter. You want the win at the end of the day. Really, really good surfing finals day. We've said this a lot in this podcast, but for the waves that are on offer, they brained it. We'll have a little look at the rankings, though. Do you have anything else to add there?
I just wanted to mention that Bronson perhaps did a never been done before in competition.
The front side varial.
I don't think one of those has been done in competition.
They loved it.
I know, and I was worried they were going to cook him.
Yeah.
And I truly think it's unfair to cook someone for something that's new.
Yeah.
And I get to the non-surfer, like, it doesn't look as glorious, but it is so fucking technical to do that. To take your feet off the surfboard and rotate it 360 degrees on your forehand, the way that the grab, like the type of grab that you have to do for that to complete that, being a lean or a slob, lean or slob.
I don't know. I'm all at sea.
That's I'm confident. If you got the top 10 CT surfers and gave them a wave pool and gave them an hour and 10 attempts, you might see one or two.
Yeah.
I reckon Yargo'd probably do one, and Italo.
Yeah.
Maybe Medina.
I don't even know if that's in his wheelhouse. I've never
I don't think it would be.
Backhand's a different story because you have that extra flick off your back. And I'm not a connoisseur of this. I'd probably kill myself if I'd land on a fin, I'd land on the nose of my surfboard, the board would flip, I'd put a knee into the bottom of my brand new surfboard. It's not something I will ever try. For him to do it, and I'm really glad they rewarded him so highly. He got an 8.5. I was worried, similar to you. It was only a small error. It wasn't very big. The fact that he was even able to do it on that section was like crazy. But I was hoping they weren't going to go the way of the Froggy or the Superman and cook him that way. But they recognized it and they gave him a big score. And obviously, if the wave was bigger, it's a 10. It was a tiny wave. They couldn't have gone there for this particular attempt. But no. I'm pretty happy.
So was I.
With the reward for risk there.
I was bracing for impact. I was going 4.
Yeah, they're going to cook him.
Yeah. Because they just simply probably don't understand. Oh, it's a shove it. It's like, fuck off, Boomer. They did about 9 other things in that, plus a shove it.
Yeah.
Rankings, hit me.
So, correct me, Zach, I don't know if you know this information, but so it's top 8 for men, top 5 for ladies?
Sure.
Let's run with that. I know it's top 8 for men.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go top 6 for ladies. So, yeah, obviously, if they miss out, then that's our bad. We raise our hands, but we'll run with top 6. First place, Lucy Darragh, out in front. No one will touch her. She will be on the Challengers Series this year. Same for Isla Huppets. Charlie Haitley is looking really good too. She's on, those two girls I just mentioned are in the 14,000s. Charlie's in 12,000s. Ziggy Aloha, another really exceptional surfer, 11,500 points. She's looking pretty good too. Willow Hardy in 5th place, Taylor Green in 6th place. They are both in the 10. So potentially if it is top 5, they'll be fighting it out. Ziggy is still in danger, and I'd say Charlie potentially could get knocked out of that position. But the thing with these girls is they've been the red hot picks all year. I don't see them falling out overly early in this draw.
That hasn't really changed much. No. I know Charlie was in 2nd place. It was Lucy then Charlie, and they've kind of been going head to head.
Yeah.
Now you've got Isla in the mix as well.
Yeah.
And I believe Ziggy's come up a little bit as well. Not sure, but yeah, that's been pretty well the narrative of the year on the women's side.
Yeah. So on the outskirts of that top 6, assuming Taylor's currently sitting inside, Safi Vete from New Zealand, she's on high 9,000. Sakira Buckpitt, Charlie Stokes, and Dos Santos all in the 8,000s. I don't really want to go much further because I don't feel like they will move up into that spot. If they do, well done to them. I'd be really watching out for Charlie Stokes in this event. She's an exceptional talent. If she can jag a big result here, it's 4,000 points on the line, which is not a small amount of points. She'll jet herself up into that top 10, but
remembering for that to happen though, you need the others to not obtain 3,000, 2,000, 1,000 points. So you kind of need someone to do exceptionally well and someone to go horrifically bad.
Well, they take the top 4 too. So the girls in that top 5 and 6 scenario, they've all got pretty good results. They're going to have to make a few heats to better. Jarley's similar. She's been quite consistent, but there's a couple of like lowish results there that she's not going to be able to kick out. She's actually going to have to kick out a 17th, which is just under 1,000 points. So she's probably going to have to win the event, but someone that can do it. On the men's side of things, let's tap in. Reeve Hazelwood, no change there.
Unstoppable.
Lennox Smith, same goes. Caleb Tancred, same goes. Although they have the people around him have caught up. Like there's Dane's crept up, Harley's crept up,
Yep.
Ben Lorenzen's crept up. I mean, they're well into the top 10. Like nothing's going to happen to them, but they were so far in front before these last few events. So a few people have gotten closer, although lock them in. They're going to be on the Chang'e, similar to Dane. Well, Dane's there anyway with his win in the World Juniors.
And I believe Zave, is he still
He's
there?
in the top 20.
So there's going to be another 2 spots.
2 spots
that come
opening up. Yeah. So Dane in 4th, Harley in 5th, Ben Lorenzen in 6th, Xavier Huxtable 7th, Taj Stokes 8th. That's top 8. Now, if we're going into top 10 regions, because of the 2 people that are already double qualified, we're going to have Kobe Clements and Alistair Reginato. Then Xavier Bryce, Jarvis Earl, Dom Thomas, Eden Hassan, Jack Lupo, Marlon Harrison. They're the next sort of few on the list. The danger man here, though, is Jarvis Earl. Had the injury, got second at Crewe. He was in a 6,000, so he's got a lot of points there. Got the injury in Korea, which is a shame because he was on his way to a massive result there. He had a 13th already before the injury. Got a 25th at Goldie, which might cruel him. That's the only issue here. Could have made a couple of heats there.
But first one back, can't put any pressure on him.
Yeah. Are you crying?
No, just yawned.
The beautiful thing for Jarv, though, is that he doesn't have a 4th result, whereas everyone else does. So every point that he adds at Phillip Island is going to add to his total.
Mm-hmm. I'm really liking Harley's surfing at the moment too, so I reckon he might be could be pretty deadly towards the end.
Little Eshe from Yamba region, he'll be there.
Listener cues.
Let's get into some listener cues because I'm really worried Zach's going to fall asleep.
I could do.
I'm extremely concerned. There's a lot. We're loving the questions, by the way. Thanks everyone for jumping.
Yeah, like when we first started posting, like, hey, ask a question, it'd be like, Dad, Auntie, Scrap, Keenan.
We'd have to ask people to ask questions. Now
Start paying people to do it. Now we got how many responses?
A lot.
See all. It doesn't tell you, but I've been scrolling. So,
but we've covered a lot. So there's a lot that we won't have to go through.
You pick one, then I pick one.
All right.
Name them, of course.
Cole Campbell. Both your guys' opinions, advice, trying to work in the surf industry currently. Now, we kind of touched on that last week with Connor. For myself, I feel like there's always going to be high-value jobs in this space. If you can jump in with a brand and work your way up, and the lifestyle is incredible. You yourself, you get to travel around, you get to work with a team of athletes. Really good. I guess maybe in terms of high-paying roles, maybe not so much unless you start getting into that sort of managerial and sort of owner status.
Head of the departments.
Exactly right. But lifestyle-wise, amazing.
Yes.
I work technically in the surf industry. I work in a surf shop. I guess you could call that surf industry. Lenny said surf shop. Yeah.
Yeah. Surf shops and key retailers make up a huge percentage of sales.
Yeah, absolutely. And
maybe not one shop alone, but they all contribute equally.
Yeah. And I love it. You meet new people every day. You're meeting reps. You're meeting Dion Agius has just got a board sent to our shop to collect, and he's going to come in the next week or so, get to say hello to Dion. It's pretty cool, and I've really enjoyed my time working in a surf shop. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously in a more elevated position. You kind of touched on it last week. You probably don't have to go into too much detail there, but do you what's your advice for someone trying to get into it? I guess.
Firstly, you got to love doing it because if it's a financial thing, go to the mines. You make 6x what you're going to make in surf. So it's definitely a lifestyle thing and a culture thing. If you enjoy waking up, throwing your board in the car and going for a surf and being at work at 9 o'clock, that's what the industry is. It's not built on rush hour and tuck your shirt in and make sure your belt's, the nice RM Williams one. It's pretty flexible.
Yeah.
From working in our office at Burleigh, we've obviously got Quicksilver, Billabong, Ruka, Roxy, Billabong Women's, Volcom.
All in-house.
So a fair chunk of the surf industry, in quotations, it's pretty relaxed. So there is definitely pros and cons to everything. There's pros and cons, but truly, if you're a surfer at heart, you're probably gonna love it.
Lunch break surfs too. Okay.
Lunch break surfs. Yeah. But yeah, it depends what and what are you gunning for? Like, are you okay to, make a certain amount of money, but have the lifestyle? Or if you're someone who's like, no, I want to make excess of $200,000, surf industry is not going to be it.
No.
Unless you're the head of a department and whatnot. But yeah, it's a passion project, really.
Yeah. All right, hit me with one. What do you got?
All right. Homo Pro Sapiens.
Okay.
Do you think EE is still able to get a world title, or is it too late now? I'll go first. Definitely not too late now. He's in his prime.
Yeah.
I think is Griffin or Ethan's year this year?
I think Griffin's year.
I'm going Ethan's
We're
year.
going to do a big pre-season wrap as we did last year, going through every surfer, our predictions for them. I'm really high on both the Collar Pintos this year.
Mm-hmm. You're high on their supply.
I'm high on their supply. I don't think it's it's definitely not too late for Ethan. He's 27 years old or 28 years old.
Look at the goat.
I mean, it's not too late for him at all. I think this new system probably suits him if he can get off to a quick start and really put some points on early in point breakaways, which suit him down to a T. He's proven himself that he'll go at pipe with that elevated 15,000 points this year, which will be handy. So, look, definitely not too late for Ethan. Don't have him winning this year, though, but
So you got him in second?
I don't have him in second. I just have him. I have people ahead of him this year.
Okay.
Which we'll get to. We don't want to spoil the surprise now. We got to get to the review, but
I'll spoil the surprise. He's getting a title this year.
All right, sweet. Okay, Zach, what's the potential you're doing more WSL commentary?
I hope so. I had fun.
Yep, you're good. You did well.
Thank you. I actually got a few messages, so thank you to the crew that reached out, because it is pretty daunting.
Yeah, it's scary.
Especially
no way you get me on a mic at the WSL event.
Not yet.
Well, we'll talk about that.
Not yet. It's a yet, not no forever.
Continue.
But yeah, it's good fun. Just constantly going, don't swear, don't swear, don't swear,
Yeah,
don't swear,
yeah.
don't swear. And then I was like, if I swear, I bet you I'll be like, oh fuck, I swore. Oh fuck, I swore again. Oh, I said fuck. Am I talking right now? Like, I felt like, it's like you get stuck in a cycle.
Yeah.
The fuck cycle.
Yeah.
Which it didn't happen, and I had heaps of fun. It definitely helps when you got a good crew around you as well. So shout out to the crew that were on that.
Yep.
Dead set legends. All right.
Just inserting quickly, we had a couple questions about Harry and Keenan round 2 for the Battle of the Wits, we'll call it.
Yep.
Bit of a weird one, because it was such a good thing, and I don't know if we could replicate it as perfectly as it panned out on the first time. I feel like it would only lead to disappointment.
Like the Avatar movies.
Yeah.
It's so good, now they're fucked.
Well, you just can't replicate that stuff, and maybe we will. We've talked to them. They are keen. If there's enough demand for it, we'll do it. Clearly, there's a bit of demand, because we had 2 separate people ask about it today.
They hinted a spelling bee.
Maybe a spelling bee, although I feel like they've hinted that because they might be. I was on the golf course with Scrap the other day, and he spelt. I was like, all right, I'll give you a word, and I gave him quite a hard word. Actually, no, it wasn't even me. It was one of the other guys who we gave him quite a hard word, and he spelled it right. So it wouldn't be as funny. We need stuff that they're just not going to get.
Yep.
We'll discuss, and we may come out with something. You'll know about it.
Yep.
Go for your question.
I am Buzzy.
Yep.
Who are you secretly hoping qualifies for the championship tour after Newcastle?
So obviously Aussies. I'm all in on the Aussies. I think. Look, it's going to be upsetting regardless, because the guys that are in contention are going to knock out guys that I also want to qualify.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd love Winter to get on.
Mm-hmm.
He's honestly my favorite surfer to watch at the moment.
Yeah,
I was thinking about it today. I don't enjoy watching anyone more than I do Winter Vincent. I'd love him to get there this year. He is a little bit out of it in terms of points. He's about 3,000 or 2,500 points behind Cal in 11th. He's gonna have to do a lot. I'm not saying he can't do it, But I do think with him, he's got time on his side. So if he doesn't make it this year, he will be there. Don't you worry. The thing is right now, like, love Cal. Cal's an 11th. Would love him to jump up. Jacob, Lobby are 9th and 10th. They're on the chopping block. I don't want either of those guys to jump to leave either. Mateus Hurdy in at 8th. Like, again, I've talked about him throughout the year. I'd really enjoy watching him surf too, and I feel like he deserves to be on the tour. Obviously, at the expense of Cal, like, I'd much rather them swap out.
Mm-hmm.
I just think I'm willing to just leave this one up to the gods, and whatever happens when the dust settles on the day, that's who qualifies. I don't want to pick anyone because I really want them all to be there, and I can't. It's a bit of a meh on the fence answer, but I'm not going to say I'd want, Jacob to drop out at the expense of Cal. Like, just whatever happens, whoever surfs best on the day, that's who deserves to be there, and that's who will be there.
Yep. I'm going to go Jacob, purely because he's the most unlucky person when it comes to this fucking god-awful CT qualification line.
Yep.
He has danced around that thing for 4 years.
Yep.
And I don't think we've had a true representation on how good he surfs on the CT. I think that year that he's had 2 years, 2 cracks.
Yep.
He
got cut before Chopes, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Like, that's the wave he's going to go good in.
Yeah.
Let's give him a full year.
He can go good at all those ways. I think he's, like so many surfers, just get to the big stage and figuring it out. And by the time you almost start to figure it out, you've been cut. Yeah. So I feel like if he can get a full run on the CT, it'll be a different Jacob. Yeah. He's always been cut by that. Is my foot in frame here? It is.
Fine. Rate my foot. We'll be all over that.
Yeah, I really want Jacob to go well, and I'd love to see Oscar stay in there. I think he should.
I think he will.
But I'm excited for Jacob and Oscar.
Yep. Yeah, Jacob you just need to get him at Cloudy and at Chopes, and he will do all of the hard work that he needs to there to keep him on tour, I think, for a long period of time. Okay. Let's see. I'll skip a few of these. They're actually really good. There might be ones we can reuse too, like for next time.
Ruva, how excited is Zach to watch Sally Fitz, Yolanda Hopkins, and Nadia Aristarabe hit? Ruv, it's at like a solid 2.5 out of 10.
Okay. How does Olympic gold compare to WSL World title with new changes?
It's not there yet.
I don't think they compare as it is.
No.
I think this makes it even less of a comparison.
Okay, here's what I'll say about that. WSL World title has more weight.
Yep.
But an Olympic gold has more opportunity. You are going to branch. You can go on fucking corporate. You can like move into that space in sponsorship. Like, you're now a household name, whereas Yagodora won't be a household name in fucking Bankstown, New South Wales.
100%.
But if Yagodora wins, drop the phone, wins gold medal, you're a household name in Bankstown, New South Wales.
Sure.
So I think opportunity cost, bigger in Olympics.
Yeah. Prestige,
WSL.
The WSL World title takes the cake for me at all times. The fact that you're putting in a year portfolio in all different manner of waves, I think that's the most important part of the sport. And yeah, I think
high caliber too. Let's be real.
Yeah, 100%. Are the new quali rules for LA 28 Sally Fitz ticket in? Thank you.
It could be.
Gordo's got a pretty interesting one here. Backflips. Ugly, difficult. Did judges spoof their pants a little too much? Bron, very or really rad though, and we kind of touched on that. I think the backflip or the cork flip is incredibly hard. I will never even get close to doing one, nor will I probably even try and do one. You have to just reward it. I think
we reward it for now, but it's no doubt going to become normalized.
It'll just become an air reverse soon, eh?
Yeah. Well, look, it already is an air reverse in the pool.
Yeah.
Like, no one's really gone, oh, that was fucking insane. Mic drop after those in the pool now.
Yeah. Someone wrote, and I'm going to get this wrong, Metawai Scarvelis. Can we talk about Zach's edit in the Ments that dropped, and we talked about Surfer of the Week. You're my Surfer of the Week.
Yes.
What happened to you?
Fuck.
What happened, dude? I watched this edit, and check it out on Let It Shine video. I think that's his Instagram. We did repost on our story. This video of Zach. How old you been? 14?
Yeah, 13, 14.
13, 14. So, like, the backhand barrel riding technique on you at 13 years of age.
That has gotten worse.
You've declined there.
I've started to like hunch over more, whereas I was watching those clips going like, I feel way more like upright and like toying with it in that clip when I was 13. Now I feel like I'm hunched over and just like,
You were playing with it and then surfing Macca's, I'm assuming it was.
It was Macca's, yeah.
Like throwing airs down the line that were like constructive and led you to another, obviously you still rip. And I do see you do.
No, I know what you're getting at, and I agree.
You do airs of more like potency now. Like the airs that you do now are like off the most disgusting sections and the knee bucklers, hence probably why you've had such crooked knees. But they're more powerful airs that you do now. But just to watch you at age 13, 14, just like, holy crap, like what could have been for you?
I just think I peaked too early.
Maybe.
I think I said that on the potty before. Then there was actually a few of us. Alyssa Locke.
Yeah.
She was the fucking gun at that age. And we were kind of in the same. I was a bit older than her, but like, it felt like we had the world going like, yeah, you guys are going to do really well. And then it's like a graph. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. And just because I was really high up and then everyone else just came up.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're better or worse. It's just a period of time that you're in if you zoom out over the long course of your life. And then I had people like Harley Walters, Quinn Bruce, who hit puberty, but seemingly felt like a decade before me. And then all of a sudden, you're like...
Oh, Harley Ross, you mean?
Harley Ross. Who did I say?
Harley Walters.
Oh, Harley Ross. Sorry, Harls.
I hope you didn't
Both
hit
Harls.
puberty 10 years before you did. No,
Yeah, no, he would have been infant. Yeah, and then it kind of... That's what happens.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I watched that clip and I was like, oh, fuck.
It was good.
Oh, God.
He was good. He was Surfer of the Week. I'm giving it to him.
Fuck yeah. Can't wait to make the Largo podcast.
Yeah, I still, like, obviously still rip, but, like, it was just watching you, because I remember I grew up under you, and I probably didn't watch you that much, weirdly. I just knew you surf good. I kind of used to watch, I would have watched that edit when I was 12 or whatever, and go, holy crap, like, but then to rewatch it now and seeing what, like, 14-year-olds surf like now, at the top level of their age group, it's like, holy crap, you really were at the top level.
That's what I did, because I obviously watch a lot of 14-year-olds surf through the team, and I'm like, fuck, fuck you.
What could it?
Why did I do what I did?
It's like on Interstellar, you know, when he's like in that different timeline, and he's like knocking on the thing, going, don't go. That's like you now.
That was me. Speaking of what I did do, fairly well sorted, asked, what's Zach's airport and flying tips for traveling with surfboards? So I did go into aviation when I was 17, 18.
Yeah.
There's plenty. So number one, always put your foot under the tail of your board bag when it's on the scale. So that's like fucking 101 for traveling. If you're not doing that, you're blowing it. Number two, do what you didn't do and make sure there's nothing that in your board bag can roll around and make contact with a surfboard.
Are you referring to a deodorant can?
You now have a surfboard with deodorant can. What's that part out of Star Wars? How they press him, like Han Solo gets pressed. That's like your surfboard.
It is. I sold it.
What did you say? Is that my schlong? This my big schlong imprinted on the fucking board.
It was the board that I hated the spray of most out of the four that I did. Didn't wax it up in Indo. Brought it home. Deodorant can in the bottom of it. That was my sign to say sayonara.
You didn't even write it.
I didn't wax it up.
You just sold it brand new.
Sold it brand new. Didn't surf it.
Huge profit too.
Yeah. Didn't lost money on it.
Yeah, because there's a fucking deodorant can that comes with it.
Yeah. I've got a tip, and this is a plug, free plug. We don't do free plugs usually, but like, go and get yourself an Apex cover from Ocean Earth. They're legit. They're as much as I've just talked about my board getting ruined, that wasn't because of the board cover itself. It was things in the board cover. Like, I never felt worried at any point that my boards are going to break. I kind of joked about it, but when you strap them in and you feel how solid they are in there and they got all the padding, you're just like, holy crap. Like, this is legit. They win. It says on the side of it like Surf Product of the Year or whatever. Like they've won awards for it. It's proper. If you're going to invest in it, because this board cover will get me through years now. Like it's an investment. They're not cheap.
Yep.
But yeah, like it'll get me through, and if you like say spend a bit extra money, it might save you $1,000 board down the line that would have broken otherwise. So that's my travel tip.
Fair. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Another travel tip is you don't want your board bag to look like a banana. Now it will start to naturally look like a banana the more boards you put in it. So because of the way the concave of the board and whatnot. So put your towels, wetsuits, and clothes on top of the last board in the middle, so that if you put the board bag upside down, because the baggage handler is not going to give a fuck whether it's upside down or upright, meaning, is the bottom of your board on the bottom, if that makes any sense at all. More of a visual learner myself. You want to pack out so that the nose and the tails aren't banana-ing.
Right.
If that makes sense.
So
if that board is upside down and then weight's pushed down,
it's not flexing the board.
It's not flexing the board, because you will obviously see, you'll more so see tails and noses being snapped than you'll see anything else.
Absolutely. Just probably two more. I've picked out two here that we can run with, and then we'll finish up.
Mm-hmm.
So, Gabriel on Channel Islands going to make his surfing look heaps better, you think? That's from Cam Duke. Yes, I've been waiting for this. Cabianca has done very well for him over the years, and he's obviously won world titles on his surfboards, but I'm so frothing to see him on one of the top tier shapers, whether that have been Channel Islands, whether that be DHD, whether that be Sharper. I've been waiting for this, and I'm so frothing to see him this year. I think it's going to be a real difference point for him. He's obviously been away. He's coming back. Not only is he refreshed, he's got new equipment. I'm high on it. As long as there's been no real announcement, it's just been him posting photos, and maybe it's something that like he's going to do like a Geordie Smith where he rides bits and pieces from everywhere, and maybe he's still with Cabianca. But if he's got a few Channel Islands under his feet this year, I feel like he's going to go really well. Okay. You got thoughts on that, or are you happy to?
Fuck, when someone's that caliber, they
don't really matter, right?
Nah, they're going to get the best of each board shaper, so it doesn't. You're not going to see any visible like, oh my god moments. It's just like, he's going to surf incredible.
Yeah. The last one I had, and I think good way to finish, right on a negative, but it's kind of funny too. Who do you think is the worst surfer to ever win a CT event?
I did see that question. Who asked it? We got to shout out the peoples.
Sorry. That is from, I'm assuming your name's flipped, Tobias Davies.
Tobias Davies. Yeah. Worst person.
I thought about it today and I have the answer, but I'd like to see what you come up with first.
Well, they can't be. Like, I feel like there's a worst person, but are they a bad surfer? No.
No, they're not a bad surfer, but who do you think is like, probably shouldn't have won a CT event and did? There's an answer.
I know there's an answer. I'm just terrible with like memory going back that far. It's not within like the last 5 years, right?
Nah.
Yeah.
A bit longer than that, I'd say.
Winning.
And respect to this guy when I say I'm like,
you're going to have to help me out.
The Panda. William Cardosa.
Ulus.
Won at Ulus. Probably, again, a great surfer. Probably shouldn't have won a CT event, but did. And I think it's almost like...
Weird year that year. It was COVID year.
It was a split event. It was the year they had the shark attacks, I believe, at Margie's. They had to cut the event short.
That's right.
And then they went over there and finished it off.
Yep.
So obviously a strange set of circumstances for him to win in, and probably an appropriate winner based on those set of circumstances. But I'd have to say, like, I'm not going to go back that far in time, where it's like, this is sort of my era and what I've seen. If you ask me, odds on William Cardosa ever winning an event, they're probably 1,000 to 1. Like that'd be maybe a bet that you'd look at.
At a left too.
At a left? His backhand's really good, but just the guys, I'm pretty sure like Medina was in that draw. Like, I mean, come on. Like, I feel I feel like that was very much an overachievement on Panda's part.
And you know who let him have it?
Who?
Connor.
What do you mean?
Connor let him go away with fucking priority.
Was that a final? Was he in the final?
No, it was like 3 heats before that.
Right.
Connor let him go. He was talking about this on Ain't That Swell.
Oh,
I think
really?
Porno asked, what heat keeps you up at night? And it was letting William Cardoso go away with priority, and then he went to fucking win the event.
Right.
And I think Dog always goes, or Louis always goes, it could have been you who won that or some shit.
But we wouldn't have had that crown, or we may have still had it, but it wouldn't have been as special Joe Bailey last year.
So it would have been pretty
it would have been
pretty good.
Sick, and I'm sure he would have probably been pretty happy with the 100k US in his bank all those years ago.
Yes.
But
it would have gone to his head.
Maybe he wouldn't have won J-Bay. You never know. Everything happens for a reason.
You know the guy.
But yeah. Thanks for the questions, everyone. Like we try our best to get to all of it. It's been going for friggin'. We don't want to keep chewing your ear off. We've been going for
like hour and a half.
Hour and a half on the dot. Zach's about to fall asleep. Also, we started recording this one unusually late. We sort of like 8 o'clock start. We usually try and start around 6 o'clock. We probably will recycle a few of those questions though. So if you missed out, either ask them again next week when we put the question box out, or we can even maybe have a little look back if we got a quiet week or something. But as always, thanks for listening, everyone. Make sure, if you're not already, chuck us a subscribe and a like and a follow and
on all things socials.
On everything. We're approaching a milestone on Spotify. Although weirdly, I get these notifications and it's like, you should have, for your amount of listeners, you should have 2,500 followers. We have 900. So we're approaching 1,000.
That means we've got good followers.
It means that we've got a lot of people are listening to us, so they just haven't followed us. So
it's not hard to click. Give us a click.
But
that's all we ask.
As always, thanks everyone for listening. We'll be back next week, maybe with the preview for Merriweather. I think that's coming up. So
yep, and Phillip Island wrap up.
We'll know all of the ins and outs of who's qualified for the Challenger Series.
That we will.
We have zero information on how that's going to pan out this year. We'll get that to you when we get it. But yeah, we'll leave you there.
Sounds good.
Thanks everyone.
Good night all.
Bye-bye.